This is the town of Thomas. It's a small Appalachian town in eastern West Virginia, and it's also the northern trailhead for the Blackwater Canyon Rail Trail, which I'll show you in this video. If you plan on riding the trail, make sure you add enough time to visit Thomas and the nearby town of Davis. You'll see why later in this video. Getting to the trail is actually pretty easy. From my home state of Pennsylvania, it's just a leisurely drive down the interstate, across a few state highways, and then onto some rural roads. And once you get here, the trailhead in Thomas is easy to spot. Now, you might notice in this video that some scenes look a little different than others. I took footage across two rides, one in the spring and one in the summer. The summer foliage can block some of the sweeping canyon views, so I highly recommend a spring or fall ride. Also, the Blackwater Canyon Trail is a little steeper than your typical rail trail. If you want the full experience, start in the southern trailhead in Hendricks, ride uphill to Thomas, grab lunch, and coast back. Today, I'm starting in Thomas. Almost immediately after setting off, you'll come across remains of the region's industry. This old rail bridge is from the West Virginia Central and Pittsburgh Railway, later known as the Western Maryland Railroad. The line was cut through this terrain in the 1880s and became a trail roughly a century later. Further down the trail, you'll encounter more examples of history, like these coke ovens, this former locomotive yard, and this sealed mine portal. Even when it's not explicitly marked, evidence of this region's industrial heritage is sprinkled all over the trail. Like every great rail trail, adventure doesn't end at the trailhead. The nearby towns of Thomas and Davis are destinations of their own. In fact, there's so much to do here, you're going to want to make this an overnight trip. We stayed at the Billy Motel in Davis, about 2 miles from Thomas. It's a vintage motel that's been revitalized as a modern pocket-sized getaway. The mid-century inspired cocktail lounge doubles as the lobby and has a great food menu to boot. Just up the road is a full-service bike shop. They do rentals, repairs, sales, outerwear, and just about anything else you need. Plus, they can tell you everything about the nearby trails. And just as a testament to how scenic this area is, even the view from their parking lot is beautiful. Within easy walking distance, you'll find a distillery, a great coffee shop, a handful of boutique stores, a brewery, and Milo's Cafe, which, by the way, has the best breakfasts in town. On the way back to Thomas, we stopped in the neighborhood coffee joint, Tip Top, for a refill. Then we wandered around downtown, stopping in the long line of small town shops and galleries. I even found a store that sold handmade ceramics on the honor system, because you can never have too many coffee mugs, right? In fact, there's so much to see and do here, I didn't even have time to check out the nearby side trails through Blackwater Falls State Park or the nearby forests. And the Blackwater Canyon Trail doesn't end in Hendricks. Well, technically it does, but it connects with the Allegheny Highlands Trail. And from there, you're only a short drive away from the West Fork Trail or even the North Bend Rail Trail. Honestly, this place is a paradise for off-road biking. These two towns are booming, everyone we met was welcoming, and there's so much to do here. Even though it's a 3-hour drive from home, West Virginia has become my new go-to spot for exploring.